Have you ever wondered how India's economy was planned after independence? Picture this: a newly independent nation, abundant in resources but laden with challenges. The concept of a planned economy was seen as the torchbearer to navigate through this labyrinth. A planned economy, in essence, is an economic system where decisions regarding production and investment are embodied in a plan formulated by a central authority. It's a symphony where each sector of the economy is like an instrument, playing its part under the conductor's direction. Now imagine being at the helm of such a colossal task. That's where India's first Prime Minister, Jawaharlal Nehru, comes into the picture. Nehru not only shaped India's political landscape, but also molded its economic future. His vision for a planned economy aimed at transforming India from an agrarian society to a modern industrial nation. So are you ready to embark on this journey? Stay tuned as we delve into the fascinating journey of India's planned economy. To understand India's economic journey, we first need to grasp what a planned economy is. In essence, a planned economy is one where the government, rather than market forces, determines what goods should be produced, how much should be produced, and the price at which the goods will be offered for sale. It's like a ship where the captain, representing the government, decides the course and speed, while the crew, symbolizing the various sectors of the economy, follow the captain's orders. Now, what makes a planned economy tick? It's the central planning authority, which drafts comprehensive plans for the entire nation, setting targets for each sector. This approach ensures that the nation's resources are utilized to their fullest potential, focusing on the areas that the government deems most important. But every coin has two sides, right? On the plus side, a planned economy can bring about rapid economic growth, especially in sectors that may be ignored by the market. It can also lead to a more equitable distribution of wealth, as the government can direct resources towards areas and populations that need them most. On the flip side, though, a planned economy can also have its drawbacks. The lack of competition can lead to inefficiencies and a lack of innovation. Moreover, the government may not always know what consumers want, leading to overproduction in some areas and shortages in others. Think of it this way. Imagine you're at a buffet where the menu has been decided by someone else. You might end up with too much of something you don't like and not enough of what you do. That's a bit like a planned economy. Now let's bring it all together. A planned economy is one where the government has control over what, how, and for whom goods and services are produced. It can lead to rapid economic growth and equitable distribution of wealth, but it can also lead to inefficiencies and misallocation of resources. Now that we understand planned economy, let's explore how it was implemented in India. Jawaharlal Nehru, India's first Prime Minister, played a significant role in shaping India's economy. At the dawn of independence, India was a nation with a predominantly agrarian economy and a legacy of colonial exploitation. Nehru, a visionary leader, understood the urgency of transforming India into a modern, self-sufficient nation, and he believed that a planned economy was the key to achieving this. Central to Nehru's economic vision was the public sector. He saw the state as the driving force behind economic development, and he advocated for nationalization of key industries. Nehru believed that the government's control and management of industries would prevent the concentration of wealth in a few hands, ensuring a more equitable distribution of resources. Nehru's vision also emphasized industrialization. He understood that for India to become self-reliant, it needed to shift from being a country primarily of farmers to one of manufacturers and industrialists. The focus was on heavy industries like steel, coal, and machinery, which could provide the backbone for other sectors of the economy. This drive towards industrialization was reflected in the first five-year plan, which allocated more than 20% of the budget to industrial development. Education was another cornerstone of Nehru's economic vision. He believed that an educated workforce was essential for the modernization of the economy. He prioritized the establishment of universities and technical institutes to create an army of skilled workers and professionals. His emphasis on scientific research and technological advancement led to the establishment of institutions like the Indian Institutes of Technology. To implement this vision of a planned economy, Nehru set up the Planning Commission in 1950. The commission was tasked with formulating 5-year plans that would guide the country's economic policies and development programs. These plans were designed to achieve specific targets in various sectors, aligning with Nehru's vision of a balanced and inclusive growth. Nehru's economic vision was not without its critics. Many argued that his focus on the public sector stifled private enterprise and led to inefficiencies. Others contended that the emphasis on heavy industries neglected agriculture, which was the livelihood of a majority of Indians. Despite these criticisms, there's no denying the impact of Nehru's vision. The foundations laid down during his tenure continue to influence India's economic landscape. Nehru's vision set the foundation for India's planned economy. But how was this vision realized? Realizing Nehru's vision was no small feat. Implementing a planned economy in a country as vast and diverse as India was indeed a task of Herculean proportions. Nehru's vision found its expression in the form of 5-year plans, a series of nationwide developmental projects launched with specific objectives. The first 5-year plan, initiated in 1951, focused primarily on agriculture. Its goal was to increase food production and achieve self-sufficiency. It also aimed to build a strong foundation for industrial growth. The result? A significant increase in agricultural production and the establishment of the groundwork for future industrial development. The second 5-year plan, also known as the Mahalanobis Plan, was launched in 1956. This plan focused on heavy industries and aimed to lay the foundation for a strong industrial base. It resulted in the establishment of large-scale industries and significant industrial growth. Subsequent plans continued to focus on various sectors such as agriculture, industry, education, and health, reflecting the changing needs and priorities of the country. They played a crucial role in transforming India's economy from an agrarian to a mixed economy. Yet, the impact of these plans was not uniform across the country. While some regions experienced significant growth and development, others lagged behind. The plans also faced criticism for being overly centralized and not adequately addressing regional disparities. The planned economy did have its advantages. It allowed for the efficient allocation of resources and helped in steering the country towards self-sufficiency. It also played a crucial role in the establishment of key industries and infrastructure. However, the planned economy also faced challenges. It was criticized for its inefficiencies, for stifling private enterprise, and for not being flexible enough to adapt to changing circumstances. It was also criticized for not doing enough to address poverty and inequality. While the planned economy had its advantages, it also faced criticism and challenges. As we move ahead, we'll delve into these criticisms and challenges in more detail. So stay tuned as we explore the complexities of Nehru's vision for a planned economy. Like any economic model, the planned economy in India faced its share of criticisms and challenges. Critics argue that the model often led to inefficiencies as the government, not the market, determined what and how much was produced. This sometimes resulted in overproduction of some goods and shortages of others. The model also faced accusations of stifling entrepreneurial spirit and innovation, given its focus on state control. Implementing the 5-year plans was no cakewalk either. The plans often faced challenges in terms of resource allocation and the balancing act between agricultural and industrial development. There were also hurdles in translating these grand plans into actionable tasks at the ground level. However, it's important to remember that these criticisms and challenges don't negate the value of the planned economy. The model was a tool for growth at a time when India needed it the most. Despite these challenges, the planned economy played a crucial role in shaping modern India. So, we've taken a journey through India's economic history, from Nehru's vision to the implementation of the planned economy. We've explored the concept of a planned economy, a system where the government has control over the production and allocation of goods and services. We delved into Nehru's vision for a planned economy in India, a vision rooted in social justice and equitable distribution of resources. We've seen how this vision was implemented, transforming India's agrarian economy into an industrial one, fostering technological advancement and laying the groundwork for a strong public sector. However, we've also touched upon the criticisms and challenges faced by this model. including inefficiencies and the struggle to balance economic growth with social welfare. Through it all, the impact of the planned economy on India's development has been significant and enduring. And with that, we end our journey through India's planned economy. Thank you for joining us, and remember, understanding our past is crucial to shaping our future.